Hello and welcome to a very interactive version of a BizzyWebinar. We're talking today live on the 29th of April. Going to go for our last meeting of April here to talk through getting to the why. There's a lot of stuff that you can do in online marketing. One of the most important parts about online marketing is getting the message right so that people understand what you're doing and how you're doing it. So a lot of people are interested in who you are, and a lot of people are interested in what you do. But it's harder to explain why you do it, and oftentimes the most effective messaging comes from why you do what you do versus what you do or what you're trying to sell. It's kind of a complicated topic, so I'm going to pull in some emergency reserves here, and as we go through, after I cover the details on the event today, we're going to talk through a little bit about us, and then we're going to get into the why. We're going to talk about Simon Sinek and his golden circle. We're going to try for the first time to bring in some AV and bring in a YouTube video. We're going to do a small 5-minute video talking about the golden circle, and then we're going to talk more about how this really applies to web work and online marketing. So we're going to talk about the golden circle and what you do, how you do it, why you do it, which is the most important part, and then, of course, how to apply that to your website and your social media. During this entire event, you're going to be able to post questions live, and so I am going to actually break over to our online section and show you how to ask those questions, because there may be some this time. And certainly, if you're having an issue, if you put things down, you can, or if you have any questions or anything that you want to get, you just go in from the webinar. And again, if you got there by going to this link on the BizzyWebinar, or if you were already in the events page and you clicked on the link page from here on getting to the why, you're going to get to this page, and you'll see from this page that there's an embedded video. And from this embedded video, which is probably where a number of you are watching, under number 1 right above the video, you can click on the link to view on Google+. What'll happen when you click that view on Google+, you're going to go to this page where you'll see it says Q&A and live. If you click that, or if you click on the video, it's going to open up a window, and I'm going to be ready on the pause so that you can see this. And then this is where you'll be able to ask a new question. One caveat: you do need to have a Google Plus account. Usually a Gmail account is fine. But you need to have a Google account in order to ask those questions. If you have questions about that or need help, get a hold of us, and the numbers are at the bottom of the event when I get back into the slide deck. So you just simply type "ask a question" here. And if you ask those questions, I'll be checking back on this occasionally during the event, and we're going to go through that. Since the technology here is going to be a little crazy, I'm monitoring this live on my own account as well. So let's see how this goes. All right, so you know what we're doing today. We're going to talk about getting to the why. Let's talk about who we are and why we know what we're doing. First of all, BizzyWeb is an online marketing agency focusing on web design and focusing on all facets of online marketing. Whether you need a world-class WordPress website, the best darn web hosting in the world, or a way to engage and inform your clients and prospects with on-point social media marketing, BizzyWeb can help you with that. We are Constant Contact Master Certified, authorized local experts. And so what that means is that we are among the top 1% in the world as far as constant contact is concerned. And we take a lot of that knowledge along with our Google certifications and the fact that we're Google partners to get you the best marketing for your marketing dollars. And we like to tell people that we can help them to generate money-making machines using the web versus just supplying a website or supplying an end goal. That kind of gets back to the why with our clients. What our clients are really looking for and why they come to us is because they need to make money. They need to generate leads for their business. They need to keep their businesses alive. So that's what we provide as an endpoint solution for our clients. So let's talk a little bit about how to get to the why. in getting to the why. Part of this and why we brainstormed this up is I was looking at Simon Sinek's TED Talk, and this is all the way back from 1999. He's got an entire book about this, which is fantastic, and he goes through a process or a idea called the golden circle. And I'm going to very briefly kind of go over that in a moment, but I think it's going to be better to hear from Simon himself. And so we're going to go to that TED Talk, and I'm not going to play the whole thing because it's a 45-minute thing all by itself. We're going to play a short 5-minute clip of this TED Talk, and then we're going to expand on it because I think he says it really, really brilliantly. And so if you're interested in this, here's what to Google: how great leaders inspire action, or getting to why. If you go to gettingtowhy.com, that'll bring you to the book. You can view the videos, and you can check out everything that you want to know about digging in on the root cause of your actions and really where you need to drive all of your activity from. And again, I'm going to oversimplify this by saying a lot of times we focus too transactionally, or we think about what we do and that, we are a web design company, for BizzyWeb's example, instead of we help our clients earn money on the web. And so that's more of a why, and we're illustrating and identifying what the true root benefit is for why people want to work for us. The idea on this is that as you look at this, and I'm going to go over it very briefly, and then we're going to go into it a little bit deeper. Most of us focus on what we do, at how we interact with others. We look at, that we've been in business for a long time, that we're based out of Champlin, that we're really nice people, or whatever. Nobody cares about what you do. What they care about is what the end result they're going to get in what you do for them. The old adage, and you've heard this from me before if you've ever listened in on a BizzyWebinar, if you're selling drill bits, you're not really selling drill bits. What you're selling is holes. And so what you're looking for is the hole that you fill for your clients and for your prospects. And that's where the why comes in. Some of us are good at explaining how we do things, and that's great. That's transactional. And we can say that we build amazing websites, or we put together social media accounts, or a pet veterinarian helps helps pets to feel better. But we don't really necessarily get to what people viscerally react to. And that's why. That's the reason why we do this. So you'll see a lot of great marketing companies, or great companies that market well, coming from we love animals, or we hate pain and suffering, or we're operating out of a definite need to help the human condition. Nonprofits are brilliant at this. And so building backwards from why you're trying to do something, what the end result is going to be, and what the reason behind it all is a great way to more tangentially, or actually, I guess in a more targeted way, to really connect emotionally with your clients and with your prospects, and prove to them that you're in this for the same reason they are. So let me back out of this, and I'm going to try this. This is going to be very experimental. So I'm going to switch topics or tactics for a second, and we're going to try something that I've not tried before. We're going to go into a YouTube video, and I'm going to try to share this, and we're going to play this. So I'm going to wait just a second to make sure that the picture has caught up with us. Okay, I don't think that's working, so I'm actually going to switch to a different window, and the audio is not going to be quite as good as it would be if this was a broadcasted thing. But let's go back here, and let's press play on this one and let you hear this.
Why, how, what? This little idea explains why some organizations and some leaders are able to inspire where others aren't. Let me define the terms really quickly. Every single person, every single organization on the planet knows what they do 100%. Some know how they do it, whether you call it your differentiating value proposition or your proprietary process or your USP. But very, very few people or organizations know why they do what they do. And by why, I don't mean to make a profit. That's a result. It's always a result. By why, I mean, what's your purpose? What's your cause? What's your belief? Why does your organization exist? Why do you get out of bed in the morning? And why should anyone care? Well, as a result, the way we think, the way we act, the way we communicate is from the outside in. It's obvious. We go from the clearest thing to the fuzziest thing. But the inspired leaders and the inspired organizations, regardless of their size, regardless of their industry, all think, act, and communicate from the inside out. Let me give you an example. I use Apple because they're easy to understand and everybody gets it. If Apple were like everyone else, a marketing message from them might sound like this. We make great computers. They're beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. Want to buy one? Meh. And that's how most of us communicate. That's how most marketing is done. That's how most sales is done. And that's how most of us communicate interpersonally. We say what we do. We say how we're different or how we're better. And we expect some sort of behavior, a purchase, a vote, something like that. Here's our new law firm. We have the best lawyers with the biggest clients. We have, we always perform for our clients, do business with us. Here's our new car. It gets great gas mileage. It has, leather seats. Buy our car. But it's uninspiring. Here's how Apple actually communicates. Everything we do, we believe in challenging the status quo. We believe in thinking differently. The way we challenge the status quo is by making our products beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. We just happen to make great computers. Want to buy one? Totally different, right? You're ready to buy a computer from me. All I did was reverse the order of the information. What it proves to us is that people don't buy what you do, people buy why you do it. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. This explains why every single person in this room is perfectly comfortable buying a computer from Apple. But we're also perfectly comfortable buying an MP3 player from Apple, or a phone from Apple, or a DVR from Apple. But as I said before, Apple's just a computer company. There's nothing that distinguishes them structurally from any of their competitors. Their competitors are all equally qualified to make all of these products. In fact, they tried. A few years ago, Gateway came out with flat screen TVs. They're eminently qualified to make flat screen TVs. They've been making flat screen monitors for years. Nobody bought one. And Dell came out with MP3 players and PDAs. And they make great quality products, and they can make perfectly well-designed products, and nobody bought one. In fact, talking about it now, we can't even imagine buying an MP3 player from Dell. Why would you buy an MP3 player from a computer company? But we do it every day. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. When we communicate from the outside in, yes, people can understand vast amounts of complicated information like features and benefits and facts and figures. It just doesn't drive behavior. When we communicate from the inside out, we're talking directly to the part of the brain that controls behavior, and then we allow people to rationalize it with the tangible things we say and do. This is where gut decisions come from. Sometimes you can give somebody all the facts and your figures, and they say, I know what all the facts and details say, but it just doesn't feel right. Why would we use that verb? It doesn't feel right, because the part of the brain that controls decision-making doesn't control language. And the best we can muster up is, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. Or sometimes you say you're leading with your heart or you're leading with your soul. Well, I hate to break it to you, those aren't the other body parts controlling your behavior. It's all happening here in your limbic brain, the part of the brain that controls decision-making and not language. But if you don't know why you do what you do, and people respond to why you do what you do, then how will you ever get people to vote for you or buy something from you, or more importantly, be loyal?
All right, so very interesting stuff from Simon Sinek, and wanted to get back into the presentation. So again, now you kind of more understand why moving from the outside in isn't as effective as moving from the inside out. So as we look at this and as we build forward to what we do and how we do it, it makes a lot more sense to focus on why we are who we are, why we're reaching you, why we publish the things that we publish, and why we are engaging with you in online marketing. versus going the other way around. So let's go in through how to find your why. First, I like to try the 5 whys trick. Basically, and very simply, all this means is you're going to ask yourself the same question, why, 5 times. So start with, why do people use our services, company, or product? For BizzyWeb's example, well, they use our services because they need to have people visit their website. Well, why do people need people to visit their website? What they need is they want people to be interested in the products and services that they've got, and they want people to be able to research it. Well, why do they want people to be able to research it? What they want to be able to do is to drive sales, to drive towards a product, to drive toward something that they can get people to actually do, right? So they're interested in that. So why do they want people to buy their products or services? Well, they want to buy their products or services because they believe in what they do and because they need to make money, they need to feed their kids. So that's the end result, right? So the 5th why inside of why does BizzyWeb make websites is because our clients need to feed their kids, right? So we could go all the way back to that and say, you know, we help businesses stay alive. We help businesses generate more profit, more income, more revenue, more interest that's going to drive things forward. It doesn't hurt to hit on some of the negative things, by the way. Why do we help people? Because sometimes it seems like the world's out to get you, because sometimes it seems like there's so much noise in social media, it's really hard to understand what to do in Facebook or Twitter or inside of YouTube. And so as you look at that, you know, our clients don't have time to waste time, and they don't have cash to waste either. So we help them bridge forward. And that's where the entire tagline of generate buzz without getting stung came from, because people need to build their businesses, get the word out, drive things forward to generate buzz. And we push out and we connect back with what we do. So the 5 whys trick is why. And the goal is to get to the root reason by thinking one level deeper each time you ask that question. So how do we apply that to our website? First, your homepage should identify your why right away and get right to what we do. And it goes right into, and you can notice this from your clients and your connections when you think about this stuff. You know, when you're bridging and when you're connecting correctly with your clients, and you get right to why you do what you do, and then you push forward into the how you do that, and then you push forward into the what you do for your clients. And so as that bridges forward, and as you think about that, you can illustrate that in a fairly clear and consistent way. Your clear language should detail how you serve that why, which is the problem that you solve. So writing from your customer's perspective what you do and how you do it, that's going to be important and interesting for your clients, and that's what they'll resonate with. Like, this person obviously understands what I'm trying to do, they understand how to get there, and they sell what I'm trying to use or what I'm trying to buy. And then after everything else is clear, that's where you explain your how. That's where you explain what we do. We're a WordPress web development company. We are a veterinarian. We are a manufacturer of goods and services that does the exact products that you need, and we build quality in. So that's how to leverage back from the why. Now, how do you take that to your social media? First, you apply the same rules and you add content to your social media accounts. You're clear, you're connected, and you're looking at what you need to do. And if you can do that very clearly and make sure that you're connected up easily and simply, that's the best way to do that. I'm checking back because it looks like we have some questions. Nope, looks like we're good. And I think we're okay. So perfect. Good. If you do have questions, again, be sure to click the Ask a Question here so that you can register that. And hopefully we'll be able to get to that for you. So go ahead and ask your questions about whys, and then we'll keep going. So as you apply that social media, you're going to be clear and consistent, and again, drive from why to what inside of your business marketing. And in Facebook, you're going to do that in a little bit more informal way. You're going to probably try to drive with more leverage on imagery and video, because that's a more engaging platform or more engaging level of posts on Facebook. On LinkedIn, you want to be more business and talk about more details. You can give more bullet points and get right to business results and kind of get more what-ish inside of your why. But you need to be able to be clear and consistent in how things work. And as we look at this and what each of these means, when you use those correct tools, your website will give you the general posts, everything will auto post to your network, and you can pull all of that together quickly and easily. So your website needs to be your one place where you drive everything from. After you figure out your why, that's the home of your why, and you push that out into all the other social networks. Facebook will give you general posts and interest. LinkedIn will give you B2B and corporate updates. Google Plus can give you search engine optimization content and technical related kind of news. And Twitter will give you short updates with article headlines. So that's the easiest way to get into that. So now I want to get right into a Q&A and wrapping up. So I'm going to get back over to what you do and how that works. And so if you do have those questions, this is the time to do that. And so click right back one more time on here. But otherwise, this is a really simple kind of a project, and it's a simple question, but not a lot of my clients really understand that. So I was hoping to put this out and just kind of start engaging you in that conversation on why do we do what we do and what does it mean? And so again, to overstate and to simplify, when you're thinking about why you're there and why you're doing what you're doing, why you're in business, being able to illustrate that why forward to your clients versus talking about what you do and then letting them kind of stumble through into the why if they ever get there at all, that's much more effective. It was the same thing as the Apple example that Simon said. We create beautiful things that engage and change the world versus we're an MP3 player company. That's an entirely different conversation. So building backwards. Again, if you haven't had a chance to check out gettingtowhy.com, very interesting book and very thought-provoking. Go and check out that entire YouTube video from Simon Sinek from TED. And as you look at that, it's getting to why is the video that you want to search. But in summary, again, as a reminder, BizzyWeb builds our websites with this philosophy in mind. There's a lot of companies out there that can do web design. Not many of them will have this level of conversation with you. And not many of them will also integrate your social media and your online marketing and email marketing to help you save time and money. We all have plenty on our plates, and we believe in building tools that help our clients generate buzz without getting stung. And so as we look at that, as we connect out, as we make the dedicated connection with folks, that's what really makes the difference for our clients. In our online marketing, we help you grow and do the exact same thing. We have Buzz Builders programs designed to help you generate leads for your business, to get more business from your existing clients, to optimize your website or your sales delivery, and simply to promote your products and services. Be sure to join us every Wednesday. Next Wednesday, we have some things going on with SCORE, of course. We've got the Realtor Summit and Expo 2015 that I'll be at. Trig V. Olson is going to be presenting a BizzyWebinar on campaigns that drive action with offers and promotions. And then the week after that, on Wednesday, we're going to talk about internet marketing that actually works and a BizzyWebinar on customer retention. And then we're talking about promotions on the 20th of May. And that'll also be a happy birthday message to my wife because that's going to be her birthday. But we also have a number of other events. You can see them here. We're going to be at the River Heights Chamber of Commerce next Tuesday. ISABA presentation on newsletters and announcements. We've got another SCORE presentation on the 11th. and then score on campaigns that drive action. The New Business Minnesota Small Business Resource Expo. Come and see us at the Earl Brown Center. And Score Brainerd is going to be on the 19th. And then we've got a Score presentation on campaigns that drive action with offers and promotions after that. So if you want more information or want us to take a look at this for you, by all means, go to BizzyWeb.com/buzz to collect your buzz report, and we'll help you with that and make sure that you know what you're doing well, and if you're actually answering a why, or if you're focusing too much on what. You know, it's harder for us to sell and connect with people if we're just talking about what we do, or the fact that we've been in business for 25 years, or that we're all very nice people, or that we have the right credentials. People will respond better to why you do what you do and why they should care and why you can help them than the other way around. Again, I'm Dave Meyer with BizzyWeb. Thank you. Hope this was helpful and informative for you. But remember, as always, BizzyWeb will help you generate buzz without getting stung. We'll talk to you next week.